Hey everybody, so I wanted to come on and share a little bit from chapter 3 since we missed it because of the Great Flood a couple of weeks ago. I want to help you with describing your illustrations as you do your book blog. So this is found in chapter 3 and this is on page 59. This is talking about the elements of design. Do you have to talk about all of these when you're doing your illustrations? No. So I just want to jump in and share this with you. I'm going to use the same book, The Paperboy, that they use in chapter 3. I gave you this handout in class. It looks like this. Do you have to fill this out? No. I just wanted you to have it as I go along, so maybe this can kind of help you a little bit. Okay. So in chapter 3, it talks about a few elements of design. And the first one is talking about lines. There are a lot of lines in books when they do illustrations. So this book is about the Paperboy. If you've never read it, it's a really good book. My grandmother found it sitting on the table one day and she was like, "Whose Playboy is this?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, "Is this your Playboy?" And I'm like, no. I was like, "Is it yours?" I was like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." And I said, "You mean the Paperboy?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, that does say paper." Anyways, Lord help her. She's 91 and she's a hoot and a half. Okay, so when we're talking about lines can be very thick. They can be very thin, they can be heavy, they can be bold. So if you want to talk about lines in your illustrations, you can. You can say they're straight, you can say they're curvy, okay? So the lines in this book, they are very straight lines. They're very thin lines. So you can see, trying to go backwards here. You can see these lines are very straight. Yes, they go up and they go down to show you the mountains or the hills, but they're not like swirly and curvy. They're very straight. They're very thin. Even on his sack where he holds his papers, they're very straight. And it just gives the illusion that his bag is kind of flying behind him as he rides his bicycle. So on this paper where it says lines, I've put that they're very thin, they're very light, and they're straight. So if you want to talk about the lines in your illustrations, just describe the lines and you can tell if they are, thin, heavy, straight, curvy. You can just put that. Very simple, okay? The next thing that you could talk about if you want to is shape. So let me flip to, yes, I do have this marked, so I don't have to search for it all the time. You can talk about some of the shapes in your book. On this page, it is very obvious that the shapes in this book are rectangles, okay? They're very obvious that these two doors he's using rectangles throughout this story. Let's see. Also, I marked another page. You can see that these windows are also identical rectangle windows. And then there was another one I marked where the windows are very square. They're very prominent. Some of the shapes in here are very prominent. And also this triangular roof. Okay, so if you want to talk about shapes as you describe the illustrations, that's fine as well. So on this little paper, I just talked about the triangular roof, the square, and the rectangle windows. Okay, so you can share about the shapes. Okay, the next element of design is color. Okay. So for color, that's when you can talk about how bright the colors are, how vibrant, maybe dark, drab, earth tones. You can be very descriptive with the colors. Here, he kind of uses dark colors, kind of drab colors. But what is interesting in this book is how a beam of light he picks up on some of these yellow colors, and they just kind of spark throughout the book. So going backwards, you see this beam of light coming from his bicycle, and then you can also see the moon, that yellow color. And then there's also another instance, that's the same one right here. We'll get to that in just a minute. Actually, going on with the light, how the light impacts. So color and light are kind of the same thing. Look how he lights up the little boy's room using this yellow light as the lamp. It's dark outside because the paper boy, he's got to get up early to get those papers delivered. But just look how that lamp illuminates his room, okay? There's also a picture here. It's very dark, but then that night light just kind of lights up that little part of the hallway. Okay? All right. Another element that you can talk about is the texture. Sometimes you can tell in books the different textures that are being used. So let me flip to this page. All right, in this page, you can see at the top of this roof, you can tell that it's wooden beams, just by the texture that the illustrator has used in his drawing. So, do you talk about all of these when you're doing your illustrations? No. Do you want to pick one or two? Sure, you can. Do you want to talk about each illustration on every page? No, you don't have to. And then also remember, we talked about single spread and double spread illustrations. Remember, the one I'm showing you right now is a double spread because it takes up both pages. The illustration is continuous. It's going across both pages, so that's double spread. Let me see if I can find a single spread in here for you. I don't believe there is a single one in here. I think, nope. All of these are double spread, but a single spread would be if it just was on one. I mean, this is a single spread, but only because there's nothing over here. So, I mean, that is a single spread, but like I said, there's nothing over here. So also the last thing on your page is media. Media means what did they use to create the illustrations. There's a lot of different media. This is on page 60 and 61 in your book. It also goes on to 62 and 63 in your book. This is talking about like paint, or collage, paper making, craft making, pencil, pen, ink, crayon, three-dimensional art, printmaking, photography, computer generated art. Maybe they didn't mix media. They used like photography and ink and oil painting. So like I mentioned before, if you get really lucky, sometimes it will tell you either on the inside flap of the book how the art was done, or you might just flip one more page over, and sometimes it might tell you right in here, which this book it does. So I got really lucky and it told me how to do it. Or you can just go to Google and type in illustrations for, and then the title of your book. You might have to scroll down a few and look. But if you can't find it, well then talk about the elements of the book. Talk about the elements of design, okay? Illustrations sometimes can be really hard to describe or find, and that's okay. I get it. I understand. I remember having to do this project when I took this class. But like I said, got lucky, and it says that the illustrations are acrylics in India ink. So that's what I put in this box, acrylics in India ink. So once again, you're not filling this out. You are not turning this in. I just wanted you to have this so you could kind of go along, you know, if you watch this video. So hopefully this will help you as you describe your illustrations a little bit more for the rest of the book vlogs. If you have any questions or you need any help, call me, email me, or just come on by and see me. And I think that's it. So have a great day. See you later. Bye. That's not the done button.